Hello again, and welcome to your next edition. This is also Document Basics, and this one's Document Basics 2, and we're just going to go over and review the Radon-Disclosure. I like to sometimes call these type of things as how to fill in the blanks, but we're going to work on the Radon-Disclosure right now. All right. The Radon-Disclosure is also a required document for the state of Delaware. You're going to deal with this whether you're working with buyers or whether you're working with sellers. It is up to the seller's agent, the listing agent, to have this completed. So very simply, there's going to be a top part that shows the seller's part of it, and you're going to put in the property address, 23, let's call it Apple Blossom, that's always a favorite name, Drive, Middletown, DE, and in the zip code, what's that up there? 19977, I think? Maybe not. So that's probably wrong. But if you want, sometimes, just for neatness, you want to move that over a little bit. You could pre-print this before you go on a listing appointment, meaning you could pre-print that top section of it there. And then the sellers are going to truthfully answer the following questions. Are you aware of radon? It's either yes or no. I'm aware of it or not. So if they're not the original owners, there may have been a radon issue. And it's not, is there no radon issue? Are you aware of the presence of radon? So I would click yes, even if they have a remediation system. Are you aware of any radon tests or inspections that have been performed? Yes or no. If you responded yes, have you provided the buyer with copies of all radon tests? So identify, and number 4, identify each report. So ideally, they would have their radon test from when they first purchased the house, the original one. But if the original, and then they would be able to provide that should it be asked for. Most buyers are going to have their own radon test as well, but sometimes you'll be putting houses on the market that have what's called a radon remediation system. And just to go off on a side note here, what a radon remediation system basically is, as you're looking through houses and touring houses, it's a big PVC pipe. They cut a hole in the basement floor, and it's basically a vacuum cleaner. So there's a little fan that pulls the air out, or radon out, and disperses it out into the air where it just dissipates. That you'll see so sometimes if you're ever looking on the side of a house that you're showing, you may see a PVC pipe coming out of the basement. That's what that is. So the sellers are always going to fill this out first. Now let's say you work in the buyers. Well, you're going to look into the listing agreement. I'm sorry, not the listing agreement. You're going to look at the listing online in the multiple listing system. Most of our multiple listing systems have a place where they can put documents. This will be one of the probably at least 3 documents that are up there. The 3 will be the lead paint disclosure, the radon disclosure, and the seller's disclosure of property condition. As a buyer's agent, you'll need to print out all 3. Very often, if you are working with buyers and they have interest in the house, they're not so much concerned with the lead paint or the radon, but they do want to see the seller's disclosure of property condition, which is a long document pointing out all the things that the sellers know or don't know about the house and its condition. So we'll go over that in another lesson. But as a buyer's agent, you're going to have them sign this. Now, as a buyer's agent, you're not going to have them sign a blank one. You're not going to fill this part in here as a buyer's agent. This will already be filled in, and these will be checked by the seller, and that's what you'll be pulling out, and they are to sign that. So don't go in and fill this out as a buyer's agent. This is for the seller's agent to complete. But you'll pull that out of the MLS. It should already be completed and signed. And then you're going to have your buyer acknowledge it here. And it says here, we've received the radon rights, risk, and remedy, which describes potential hazards. We have the option to test for radon, and we've received any copies as specified up above here. So the radon rights, risk, and remedy is a PDF. You should keep it in a folder somewhere that you can easily mail out or PDF it to them. That should be something that's handed out. but they will sign it here and date it. One-page document, that's all there is to it.